Hi Scorpio, welcome to your January reading, starting the new year. I hope you guys are doing well. This is that time of year when your technology, your communication and technology sort of like everything, it's like there's this amplification that's happening for you, and having to pay attention to all of that. Venus is retrograde in your house of communication, and Mercury will be retrograde in that same house for a little while, and then going into the house of family too. So there's a lot of, I feel like for you guys, there's a lot of owning up to your own truths in January, and kind of like pulling yourself away from the way that you believed in things growing up, the way that you processed things growing up. I think that there's going to be a lot of changes happening around that. The King of Cups was the first card that came out. Wow. Hold on a second. Okay. So you're showing up in your reading right away. We have the King of Cups. And then we have the Page of Swords. Sorry for the glare. Four of Swords. Knight of Swords. Maybe over here is better. Can't get it. And then we have the Devil and the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a Capricorn energy that is in a mood and sort of just wants to argue with you, it feels like. But I feel like this is a lesson. There's a lot of swords in the reading, and I feel like January is going to be a very mental month for you. There's a lot of energy happening in your third house. As Mercury comes into retrograde, you're going to want to look at the conversations and things from the past, and a lot of it is going to have to do with your self-worth, because Venus is going to be retrograde at the same time. Lots of rest, you guys. See, here's the thing. You're owning your truth. Be very, very careful in the way that you're using your words right now, because you can cut people, you can cut them down to their core very easily. And so really owning your truth and owning your words and taking accountability for that. Because if you don't chill out, you're going to pop up a lesson for yourself. There's going to be this Saturnian. I just looked at the counter. It was 333 when I said that. If you do things more angry, and if this is the Capricorn that's doing things more angry, that projection is no longer going to be allowed. And that could be one of your Saturn lessons, Saturn in Aquarius. There's also going to be, during that, when those triggers come up and when the things come up for you to pay attention to and look at, there's going to be a lot of the reparenting as a theme. And it's really, just at your best interest is allowing yourself to heal those wounds from the past without the projections of others. Like, you deserve to feel safe and not feel like there's this constant, needing to walk on eggshells, because this Knight of Swords is a very angry person. This also could have to do with somebody at work, or not rushing into work. It feels like some of you need to be resting, and like maybe this is a time for you to take a vacation. That may be a thing for you. It's time for you to sort of pull yourself back from everybody else's energy and take a vacation. The North Node is going to be moving into your 7th house. And so relationships from January 18th until July of 2023, relationships are going to be a huge focus for you guys with the North Node in the 7th house, and being able to be comfortable in a relationship and learning how to relax with other people so that you can be in a relationship with others, and not constantly feeling like you have to question the motives of everyone. You guys are the detectives of the zodiac, but you don't always have to, like, not everybody is hiding something from you. The people that want to be around you are not going to be projecting fear onto you, or the people that want you to be safe are not going to be projecting the fear that they're feeling onto you. That's just not something that somebody does who is comfortable with themselves and comfortable with the relationship with you. So allowing yourself to rest is going to be one of those things where you'll be able to react slower, respond instead of react. And it's so interesting. It's almost as if there's like this growing up process happening with Saturn here. It's like you're learning. So, because like it sucks to be an adult. Like nobody wants to have to grow up and be an adult. But I feel like that this is sort of that and it's funny to say that because I know that I'm talking to most adults here, but it feels like that sort of growing up process and having to get through those tough things and learn relationships with people. And you really have to be honest with yourself, and you really have to be willing to take a step back and take accountability of things when it is your fault, when you have done it. I mean, that's not easy to do sometimes, and the projection of other people can help. That's just the honest truth, because then it's in your face and you can see it for what it is, and nobody's trying to hide anything. When people project onto you, they're revealing also an unhealed part of themselves. But when we look at the way that we react to it, responding versus reacting, and that's what all of this 3rd house energy is going to teach you. When we learn to respond and not to react, that's how we are presenting ourselves, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the other person, right? So you have to realize that when somebody's projecting onto you, that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the space that they're in that moment. What has everything to do with you is the way that you decide to either respond or react. And I think that you're in this space now where you're like, I'm learning the lesson where I just need to respond. There's no need for me to be on the defense or the attack anymore, because we all want to share those safe spaces with each other. So as we go into the extended, we're going to go further into the astrology, and we'll start to clarify the cards as well. And yeah, this is going to be a really interesting month. I do have a couple of readings available, just a few spots that I've opened up. I've only told you and the Libra reading so far, but just a few spots have opened up for the January to June tarot reading, or I have a new one that's called an Astrocast January to April for the astrology, for your personal astrology. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful new year, and I will see you in the extended. Bye.